Hi guys, it's Nikki, Creative Nicki's Homemade Crafts. Today I would like to teach you how I have a straight seam at all times when I create my beanie. So this is specifically for the top-down version where you start with a magic ring and then you work your way outwards until you have the diameter that you require, and then you just work your way normally. Whatever the pattern calls for. But here you can see that my seam is completely straight, whereas over here the seam is going this direction. So, and most people have that, and they always ask, how do I do it that I don't have that tilted seam? So there's actually a very easy trick you can do, and you can adjust any pattern, specifically basic patterns that require something like this, that have a pattern like this specifically where it goes tilted like this, and you can make it into this. So let me teach you how to do that. So first I want to show you some little points that I wrote down. So I'm going to make sure that you guys can see this, but you should be able to. Let me make it a little darker. Okay, this should work. Alright, so I have them separated into no straight seam and straight seam, okay? So both of them start with a magic ring, and then both of them start with, in this case I'm using an example for a double crochet. You use a chain of 2, and then you have double crochet increases all around, and you do that on either one of them, doesn't matter. But then on the next row, here's where the difference happens, okay? Some of these patterns call for starting the double crochet increase as the very first stitch when you still do the increases in the rows, right? They start with a double crochet increase and then they do the double crochet. Then you repeat this sequence all over again, and then they have another, the next row or round is double crochet increase and then double crochet, and then you repeat all around. You do these kind of sequences until you reach the diameter of your project, or in this case it's a hat or beanie. So, but then what happens is when you have these double crochet increases, right away after you do the chain of 2, you create these double crochets. Let me draw them out here, like right here, right in the front. And because of that, you're shifting over the chain of 2, and therefore the seam shows up tilted. If you now, however, do it the other way around, where right here you start with a double crochet and then do the double crochet increase, the same for the next round, double crochet, then the double crochet increase, you're actually creating a straight seam, because here you would do 1 and then you have to increase after, and here would be 2, increase after, 3, increase after, and so forth. You will create a straight seam. Let me see. Ooh, you guys didn't see that. Let me show it again right here. So when you have here 1, the increase, 2, increase, 3, increase, you having these straight double crochets right here producing a straight seam, whereas this one is going to be tilted. Okay, that's why this one is straight and this one is tilted. So now that I explained that to you guys, I'm going to make a small swatch for you guys to see that. Alright, I have some pink yarn here so you guys can see it easily. I'm going to start with a magic ring. I always hold the magic ring with my ring finger right here. Chain of 2. I'm going to make it with double crochets just like I just talked about. And I'm going to do 10 all around. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now let me close up my magic ring. Usually I do 12, but this is just for an example here so I can show it to you guys. So this would be obviously not for continuous rounds, right? So I'm going to do now a slip stitch to the first stitch, chain of 2. So here's where it's still the same, right? Now we do the chain of 2 and a double crochet increase. That's on both sides the same way. So it increases all around in each stitch. Okay, again, slip stitch to the first stitch. Alright, so now we have round 2 done. So now round 3 is the one where most people now have trouble with. It is very easy. So instead of starting with the double crochet increase, you start with the double crochet. Okay, very simple. So just switch those two around. So start with a normal double crochet in the first stitch, and now in the second stitch you're doing the increase. And now you repeat that sequence all around. Okay, so what happens now is you're going to finish up the round with the double crochet increase. And because of that, you're pretty much pushing the seam back over to being straight. You see that? So now the seam is straight. So now you would continue. I'm going to show you 3 more stitches here. So you would now do chain of 2, okay? And now you do 1 double crochet, in the next stitch another double crochet, and in the next one, that's when you're going to do the increase, just like that, okay? And then you repeat that all over again, and as you can see, my seam is straight. Rather here, if you look closely, you can see that I did the double crochet here first, right? Then 1 double crochet, and then over here I did double crochet increase, and then 1, 2, and then furthermore. So you can see that the seam is now tilting, okay? So in order to make it straight, always do the double crochet here first, or whatever stitch it is. In this case it's a double crochet, and then you do the increase, and then you just have more and more stitches in the beginning here before you do the increase, and you do that until you have your diameter of your beanie. And then you're just not going to do increases anymore, right? So that it goes straight down. As you can see right here, I go now straight down. So that way the seam is completely straight. I hope this video was helpful and it was clear enough for you guys to see and understand it. Please leave me a like and a comment below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you next time. Bye.